Cake Troll Gordon, and this is the, I guess, pilot episode of Metal Gear Mondays, where I am going to be playing through the Metal Gear franchise in fictional chronology, starting with, as you can see, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and for those who don't know, and this was not planned because I wanted to do this last week, but because of shipping, I had to wait till today. August 24th is the day, as Mike is saying, on this day is the 51st anniversary of the Virtuous mission, which is today. So that was not planned, that just happened to work out that way. So that's kind of cool. One of the things I'm going to be doing, because there is a boss in this game that can be skipped due to taking too much time. Oh, excuse me. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting the date to today, basically, every time I stream this. So every time I play, I'm going to be setting my system time to August 24th. 2015, just so that way I don't end up skipping that boss unintentionally, because I think it would be good to play the game kind of its entirety. I don't want to, cheat past that boss, so to speak. So, yeah, we are going to be starting off with Metal Gear Solid 3. And if you haven't been reading this while I've been talking, 1964 Virtuous Mission and Operation Snake Eater. The origin of the Metal Gear series begins in 1964 at the height of the Cold War. Naked Snake, the man who would later become the legendary soldier known as Big Boss, heads into Soviet territory to help the scientist Sokolov defect to the west. However, the mission ends in failure when Snake's mentor, a female soldier known as the Boss, unexpectedly defects to the Soviet Union. The fate of the world hanging in the balance, Snake is forced to question the true meaning of loyalty as he embarks on a lone mission to kill his former mentor. So, yeah. I have not played a Metal Gear game since Metal Gear 2. So that'll kind of give you a brief understanding of my skill in the game. I know each game they've sort of added or subtracted stuff, so every game sort of handles a little bit differently. But yeah, I get to stealth. We all know how good at stealth I am. Nah. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, more technical difficulties. But no, we're good. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Captions on, full screen. Alright, that's cool. Special. Whatever. Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 will be games I will be playing. So, definitely. Oh, awesome. Thanks a lot, Blue, for the host. Definitely appreciate that. So, I'm assuming these are the difficulty options. So I'm assuming easy, normal, hard, and very hard? I'm... I have 3 and 2. I don't know who to go with. I'm not super worried about trophies, so I'm gonna go with 2 because of bonus cutscene. Okay, so now here's the interesting. Screw it, let's go with normal.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into 2, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Did you fuck me, Sai? Oh, it's probably. I'm gonna do this. Alright, turn my speakers down a little bit. Let me know if game audio is still coming down.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization.
I'd like to not have to wear headphones, but
All right.
if it becomes where I can't hear it because speakers are too low, I'll get some headphones on.
We've got high visibility.
And since this is my first time playing through Metal Gear 3 and pretty much all Metal Gears, like I said, since 2, probably not going to be talking a lot during cutscenes.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
Yeah. I would be very surprised if it's the speakers picking up the echo now, because my speakers are pretty low.
Depressurization complete. Checking oxygen supply. 6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Sunrise. External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up. You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill. 1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear. Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green. Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I even have the game turned all the way down.
God be with you.
Like, when I initially got it, I was using the stand it comes with on my desk, and it was picking up the vibration of my computer. So I understand how sensitive this microphone can be.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized.
Okay, I might have to bust out headphones.
Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
because I can barely hear this.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was
You know, wouldn't be that surprised.
Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. He used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later
Oh, come
we
on.
had something much...
Oh god, what'd I do?
Missile crisis.
October the 16th, 1960.
I'm messing up everything.
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted with the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff.
Okay, that was awkward.
On October 28th,
So apparently I had sound coming out of my monitor and my speakers.
avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets...
So maybe that's where some of the echo was coming from?
You mean the one where the US...
I don't know why I'm getting sound out of my monitor, but okay.
Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was...
I'm futzing with sound, so let me know if echoes are coming back.
Want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It's either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes, he was taken back to the research facility.
I'd completely forgotten that
Question under KGB
the later
supervision.
MGS games were
What's more, it's on the verge of
very heavy in the beginning in terms of
Something to do with space rockets?
like cutscene.
missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yast, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs? Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
I changed all of those to TBA since I don't know what the fuck anybody's playing anymore.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yast in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Kind of awkward with the subtitles.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The full surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
So what you're saying is no pressure. Oh no, that thing that looks kind of important. Wait. Wait. Am I gonna look like Raiden? Or Raiden? God damn it, Mike!
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other.
Is that also why it was called Jack earlier?
I'll be referring to you as
Because I didn't put 2 and 2 together until now.
your real name.
Snake?
like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea.
Oh, okay.
This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I am so lost and confused right now. Why do I look like Raiden?
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
Though, I think a lot of this is Mike trying to get back at me for making him play Colonial Marines for the last 2 weeks.
You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I liked snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find
Do humans count as food?
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well,
I hear Soylent
better
Greens
go
is
back
pretty
and
good.
get it. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
Climb a tree, stand in front of it, cover your eyes and press the action button. I'll be on
Oh, that's a good one, Mike.
the radio. You can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Alright, that's first person, camera reset. That's to bring stuff up. That's possible.
Snake, where do you think you're going? You can't expect to proceed with the mission without any weapons
Oh.
or equipment. First,
Whee,
you'll need
I
to
can move the
gather
stuff in
your
the
backpack.
background.
It's caught on a tree to the south.
Oh,
Press the action button to climb the tree and retrieve
I can
your backpack. Is
change
that clear?
the codec picture. Cute. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna take me a while until I figure out what all the buttons do. Please bear with me.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack. Your
Interesting.
available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button.
I have a feeling there's actually going to be
The same thing from item.
a purpose for the backpack.
Survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon.
Awesome.
Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed
Oh,
to
this is gonna be
soldiers in
this is
Russia.
gonna be
Could
interesting.
spark an international incident.
Because Mike knows how I play video games,
You can't let the
and
enemy
this
know that.
is like a sharp turn to the left.
Ghost Snake in every sense of the word. There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that
I'm already thinking about where you have to use that pill because I was
Take it
told
to your
about that
body and
encounter.
take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. Be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
Yeah, Sai knows me pretty well, so
You said this was...
he's not gonna lead me too astray. But I still fear after Colonial Marines, he's gonna fuck me every chance he can get.
Mission rests entirely in your hands.
a real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the ridge.
Which is also gonna make isolation that much more hilarious.
Time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She...
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I
Aww.
wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also
Oh, the
records the
tutorial, it hurts.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Bosses?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know
Aw, does Snake
about
have mommy
science.
issues?
I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
Hey, Envy!
To dictate the missions.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it as always.
People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And 8-Ball is not lying. You are actually on the viewer list. So welcome, Envy, to both the stream and the viewer list.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together was a snake. The Cobra.
Oh, 8-Ball.
That brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
Does this jungle have fun in games?
Combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need
I'm so
more.
hoping all of these are already saved and I don't have to,
Your
like,
mission is to
remember
retrieve
them.
Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north.
Yay! Now we're getting into the game.
Combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
Alrighty. Now that we've gotten through all that nonsense. Let's see, what do I got? Motion detectors, cigar, fake death pill, revival pill. Cool. And knife, gun, and a microphone. Press aim, release it to fire, put suppressor on and off with X. Groovy. Alright, so that's a dodge roll. Take it that's a... Just like a quick jab. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna have to wrestle alligators? Because this will end very well. Oh god, is this quicksand? This is quicksand, isn't it? Oh my god, I have made horrible life choices. Now I'm probably gonna get yelled at for not doing anything with those alligators or crocodiles or whichever ones they are.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law.
Yes, we went over that.
Let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
Well, that's something I'm gonna instantly forget.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind.
That sounds like some hippie tree hugging bullshit. I want to be one with nature. Alright. No. Oh, cool. That's good to know. So the D-pad is like a really slow walk. I didn't do... Oh, God. I am messing up already. I am the worst snake ever. How do I crouch? Oh, there we go. Okay. X is the button I'm looking for. Ah! Hey, I hit him! Now can I take your shit? No. Can I do anything with you? Can I hide your body? So, can I get back to third person? This third person was like super helpful.
No one here after. Something there.
Ah, no, no, no.
Who was that?
Well, this is already going swimmingly.
Who's that?
Yep.
Radio. Call HQ.
What? Ah! Camera, please.
HQ respond. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Eh. What? Okay. No, no, no.
Right there. I see him.
I'm not a fan of this right now.
Over there. I see him.
Ow. Okay, this is going really poorly. No, okay. Can I just drop? Is that an option? No, okay. All right.
Right there.
Fall asleep. Fall asleep.
I see him.
God damn it, Bobby. I don't know why I just didn't do that in the first place. Welp. If that's going to be an indicator for how the rest of this game is going to go. This is going to be a very special playthrough.
I see him.
What? Where did you come from? Wow, I am doing so bad. So, they're telling me that encountering the enemy and all that, that's like bad. And yet, like, I'm making myself extremely known. Nope, it's not the button I want.
Control here. Lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Ah. Whoa. Okay. Can I? Okay, yes. So I can drop down, just not when I want to. So let's try this again. See how badly I can do this. The lack of... I don't necessarily want to say lack of camera control. Me? No, I'm technically in my bedroom? I basically live in like a studio type of... So it's open floor plan. What? Why? Okay. X is the wrong... Okay. Triangle's the button. Can... Up? Upsies? Alright. So I'm just gonna slowly walk across this bridge, because otherwise I fall off.
Who's that?
What? Who? Where? What? Why? Oh. Come here.
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Wow, I am so good.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
And I've done a horrible job of being stealthy.
I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
It's gonna take me a long time to get used to this camera scheme. It's okay, just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I should just stand up. Oh, please tell me I hit him.
What's wrong?
There we go. Nope, Jet.
Who's that?
No, nobody. Nobody. I just want to be left alone. Ooh, is that a ladder? Yeah. Whoop. Whoa! I... This is not going well. Really?
I see him.
Where? Who? You. Alright. Is everybody done? Are we all asleep?
Major. Sokolov's cell, but the door won't open.
Hold on, Snake. What's the current condition?
Condition?
Yeah. What phase is it now?
Evasion.
Exactly. I already said you can't contact Sokolov during battle. Don't you listen to people when they're talking?
You said don't contact him during alert phase! I am not in alert! I am in evasion!
He's scared, and no wonder. In order to break Sokolov out of there, you'll need his cooperation as well. So stop scaring him. Contact Sokolov later after you've disengaged the enemy. Once things have stabilized, try it again.
Lost sight of the enemy. He's here somewhere. Find him.
So does that mean I can't try to get him out during caution either? Fuck it. Hey, okay, caution works. Well, this has gone very well.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
Awkward, one of my speakers is freaking out.
CIA agent.
I hope that's not coming through on the stream.
Escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Oh, I should have done a lot of things beforehand.
Your CIA.
But what's the fun in that?
Sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero.
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You'll have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volkin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Yeah.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volkin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volkin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
So we're not speaking Russian.
America is truly a frightening country.
Unless they're doing that whole, oh, we'll just speak English because it's easier that way. And it's like, we already got subtitles.
Let's go.
Just speak Russian. Then it makes sense.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
The doctor's funny. So I'm feeling like this is some sort of tarp or trap.
Freeze!
Yeah. That felt a little too quiet.
So this is the legendary boss. Huh? Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Oslot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
God, I forgot how artsy these games are.
Sokolov is ours. Get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I was kind of expecting him to catch his hat in the end. I'd call bullshit, but then I have to remember what universe I'm in. Well,
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the crew.
Sokolov, take cover.
may not be a cybernetic ninja, but it's a rescue nonetheless.
You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Just pump them all with enough horse tranquilizer. They will eventually die. See? Just patience. You have to have patience.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
Ah, cute. Again. Shoot him in the chest a couple of times, he'll go night-night.
You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Oh, yay, I have control. I am going to take a quick break. I need to refill my water, because it is unfortunately, well, empty. So, I'm going to take a quick break, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. Like I said, just want to refill my water. Take a quick stretch, and then we will get back into Metal Gear Solid 3, the movie, the game, the adaptation. So, like I said, I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Please stick around.